He's our son, and that's that. He's not we aren't gonna trade him in, we're not gonna return him. He's our boy.
Hi guys, it's Natalie, otherwise known as the Northern Lass, and today I'm going to be covering the controversy that is surrounding Myka Stauffer. And before I get into that, I just want to put out a quick disclaimer. My video is not intended to hate on her in any way, shape or form. It's just for me to express my opinions and give you guys the information about what has been going on. And I would like to encourage you guys to do the same. Please don't send any hate. Be the bigger person in this situation because it's quite messy and gross. So in 2016, Myka was thinking about adopting a child from China. And once doctors looked at a CT scan, they were quite concerned, and the family were brought to the attention that he would have some severe problems. But despite this, Myka still wanted to go through the adoption process.
This discouraged us from adopting him, like saying that this is going to be severe, this is going to be a lot, you know, we don't know what unknown elements could be. When I heard all of the things that that doctor was telling us, it kind of went in one ear and out the other.
And I believe she mentioned that out of 100 conditions, she chose 99 of them, of which she was happy to handle. And she also mentioned in another video that she was actually looking forward to being able to adopt a child with special needs. And then over the past couple of months, people have been noticing on her Instagram page and social media that there wasn't as many pictures of the adopted boy as there was of their biological children. And what the viewers did not know at the time was the family was considering rehoming him as if he was a pet, because they couldn't handle his special needs. Even though they were told this before the adoption process, they wanted to throw a little pity party.
With international adoption, sometimes there's unknowns and things that are not transparent on files and things like that. And once Huxley came home, there was a lot more special needs that we weren't aware of and that we were not told.
About how guilty they felt and that people were attacking them, not literally, but in terms of giving them criticism.
So when you get like insidious, hurtful comments, it just like really makes it hurt worse. It's not about me at all.
And they're now not making this anymore because sponsorships like Huggies have cancelled them, saying they no longer want to work with them. And luckily, I believe he's now living with a foster family who are more catered towards special needs, and they know a lot more about that side of things than Myka and her husband James. I believe adoption is a really good thing. It helps children get a fresh start and to escape any trauma that they have experienced in their life, such as neglect or abuse. However, I was concerned with the way the boy was treated whilst he was with Myka and James. I noticed in a photograph on Instagram shared by another person that his parents would duct tape his thumb so he would stop sucking his thumb. However, I noticed that with the biological children, when they suck their thumb, that didn't happen with them. So I'm unsure if that was some form of a punishment or if they were just doing it to be abusive. And I also noticed that Myka would lock her son in a closet when he was having his tantrums.
Like 8th tantrum. No more. Come on, let's go. You're not gonna throw a fit when you don't get your way. That's not okay. Let's go.
And I want to clarify this. Meltdowns are not tantrums. With a tantrum, it will stop once the family gives the child what they want. Meltdowns cannot be stopped, and unfortunately with a meltdown you have to let it run its course because we autistic people find it very hard to regulate our emotions during that time. And for the love of God, do not film an autistic child's meltdown. In that environment, they cannot consent. Children in general cannot consent because they are unaware of the consequences that could happen if that video was to go out online.
I'm getting candy, big man.
Just have multiple meltdowns.
not having a good day today.
We never tell you guys the truth. And that's why you don't see about in the vlog. He's probably having a meltdown. Are you done?
He's just
Are you
having a
over
bad
yourself?
day. He's a grumpy day today.
And what really got to me was her condescending tone of, "Are you done? Have you gotten over yourself?" It's just so bitchy and so impatient, and the last thing an autistic child would need when they're having a meltdown is raising their voice or just being rude. When we're having meltdowns, we need comfort and we need reassurance that the environment we are in is safe. What really breaks my heart is the fact not only the child had autism, but he also had reactive attachment disorder, which is caused from neglect. And despite knowing this, they decided to just give him up and throw in the towel because they couldn't handle it. I'm sorry, but he's your child. You're not supposed to do that with them. There are plenty of services out there who are more than happy to support families with disabled children. I don't know what they have in America, but I know in the UK, there's things called respite breaks, which helps the family just to have a break. There's therapies. I mean, I don't encourage people to seek ABA, but sometimes ABA might be able to help. By sending the child away to a foster family, you are getting rid of that child's stability. Us autistic people really need stability because we rely on a routine. And when that routine gets broken, we get anxious, and that can contribute to a meltdown taking place. Even if change is happening, please let us know when a change is going to happen so we know to prepare for that change. And to be honest, I feel absolutely no sympathy towards the family whatsoever. Like I've mentioned, they knew exactly what they were going to get themselves into, so they could have prepared for this to happen. And also the fact that Myka was pregnant with another child when this little boy got adopted was just ridiculous, because a child with special needs naturally needs more attention than their siblings to make sure that they are safe and that their needs are being met. How are you supposed to juggle that with the fact that you had 4 other kids and a newborn coming into the world? I couldn't help but feel like this little boy was adopted for clout. When Myka was talking about the adoption journey, her subscribers went through the roof and so did her views. She was also getting more sponsorships, and I feel like he was just like a poster child in some ways. I mean, look at the pictures that I'm going to show you now. I love that Myka and James are crying, but for some reason I can't see any tears.
Let you know as little as I could, but I couldn't tell you anymore because I didn't want to mess anything up with what's going on legally, and if I said something, was I gonna mess up things for his future?
Laura Lee 2020 edition. And also during this time, I have become very suspicious, and I actually believe that Myka might be buying Instagram followers. Myka uploaded the video on the 26th, and since then, her followers have gone down. However, you can notice from the 27th, her followers have been increased by thousands. Something fishy is definitely going on here. So yeah, what do you think of this situation, guys? I know it's really messy, and if you are a little bit confused with this video, then there are plenty of other videos that can explain this controversy, which may make it easier for you guys to wrap your heads around. Like always, if you enjoyed this video, please give a like and feel free to subscribe for more content.